Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 2 at last. First and foremost, I apologise for the audio quality. I know it's a bit echoey in here. I apologise for that. But let's get into it. Where we ended off, at least half the party are poisoned. They were transported or moved themselves to the kind of healing area. And that is where we begin. Somewhere along the line, Delion kind of intercepted whomever was transporting whomever and took Richine elsewhere, whilst the rest of the party went on to be healed. So Gontar is the name of the healer. He will commend the party for their survival after about 2 hours or so, once the unconscious wake up again, and then they'll begin to realise that Richine is kind of not with them. In the meantime, Gontar has a little confidential favour to ask. It turns out Delion hasn't attended some recent appointments. Gontar wants to know what has her so occupied. Of course, it's going to break protocol, and the party should absolutely not tell anyone that the doctor is requesting that of them. But he suspects whatever the reason is that she has been skipping these important appointments lies somewhere in her office. So if the party would be so kind but to go and check, maybe in or around her desk, maybe for some official documents, just to see what she's up to, what's keeping her so busy. Okay? Hopefully they comply with that. My first group of players did ask for some potions in return, which is fair enough. They might want to bargain a bit. And one of my players actually did something quite unexpected. A fantastic new player. She decided to sneak into the back and not only nick a potion or two, but also check out the record, specifically Delion's record, to see what it is that she's meant to be attending an appointment for. So we'll come back to that. The rest of the party went off to go and do the quest. They looked around Delion's desk, which I did draw quite a lot of attention to. There are 7 bits of interest on the desk. It includes a photograph, a bunch of books, a letter, a scroll, and of course there's a drawer and 2 cupboards. Naturally, they wanted to go through all of them. So whilst they were doing that and investigating the various bits that they can find, back in the healers area, our brand new player came across a file that basically said that Delion has got this romantic interest, right? And the romantic interest is with Oscar Danlis, the head student here at Slick Silver Arena. Juicy, juicy stuff. Meanwhile, in and around the desk, here is what they found. First of all, a letter basically talking about Richine, the new recruit. Delion clearly had some hesitation about bringing her on, but apparently their relations with a place called Delling County relied on it. This girl is a royal. She is a royal and she may be a bit useless, but in training her, they have that kind of relationship with Pelling County, which apparently they really need. The second item, the scroll, simply says in Orcish, "Sorry Dad, it's all I can manage this month," with 2 gold pieces inside. Now this is meant to hint at that Delion A has a very strong connection with her father, financially, and B, that she's not paid a whole lot. The 3 books actually the party didn't look at last time, but they're basically just an idea of her character, and also there's a key hidden in one of them that will open one of the drawers in the same desk. Now, I won't go into the specifics of kind of what's left, mainly because that would be a bit dull. I'm debating changing this. For those of you that don't know, I am writing a official version of this adventure, and this is kind of the first draft. Now it played like a dream. My party were absolutely incredible, so I'm very pleased with it, but I know I can kind of shape it up so that it's something other people can run as well. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in maybe purchasing your own little one-shot adventure to run. I mean, you pretty much know all that happens, so you can't play in it now, sorry, but... So, they find all there is to find in the desk, and they find out that Delion has done some naughty stuff. Not only is she in this secret relationship with Oscar, but her and Oscar are together on a plot. Now, Delion has shared the training schedules with Goldthorn Academy. Her and Oscar have invested in Goldthorn Academy's future. Her and Oskir are planning to sabotage this year's training. And that means that the party, the adventurers, your good players, they are a part of the sabotage. Players are naturally chaotic, right? They're probably bad students. I kind of banked on this and it was correct, you know, all these people are they're so eager to play such like distinctive characters that they can't be good students, because good students are, you know, conformist and this, that and the other, something no D&D player ever is. So it's a good thing to bank on that your players will be chaotic and a little bit unseasoned, untrained. So it plays into the idea that that was actually by design, that Delion actually was training them incorrectly on purpose. And so this is revealed, but there is also a letter in her desk somewhere that says it's getting too hot for her, basically. The idea for Richine to get lost was actually Oskir's idea. And Oskir basically wanted her to die, mainly because Richine overheard them talking about this. Okay, it's getting a bit complicated, and at some point, when I write up the official adventure, it's going to be a bit more streamlined as to how they find all this out. The point is they found out, and because our amazing new player stayed behind in the kind of clinic area, she got to witness something that I did not think one of my players would witness. Oskir enters the healer's area. He knows somehow that Gontar wants to snoop around, and he'll at least know that Gontar knows about their relationship. So he sets up a bubble of silence and puts a rune in front of him in the desk. If this doctor moves, boom. So one of my players got to witness that, and they actually managed to disarm the rune. So they saved the healer. I never even expected them to find the healer alive. So that was incredible. What a great first game. So many unexpected turns. Oskir will now know that the players know about their plot, and so will challenge them by way of a note. So this note will be in front of the doctor. It's a magical note, it will survive the fireball. The note says, "It's wrong to snoop, face your punishment in the arena." You can see what's coming now. Big finale. Big final battle in the Colosseum. Now, there's some really cool things I did with the Colosseum that I didn't have time to really do in the adventure that I ran, and we will talk about that more in part 3. I'm quite excited to share this with you. More to the point, I'm excited to write it up properly. And I'm also excited to know if anyone would be interested in that. Now, I know the people I know aren't watching this video, right? You know, because they don't want to spoil themselves. If you are still watching, thank you for joining me on this. As ever, I'm very excited to bring you more. So, join me next time for the final battle against Oskir Danlis, the head student here at Slick Silver Arena. Until then.